So.
And this I wonder is still writing on the questions, but this is a question that some people say, so of course this is saying, if the Christians or un-Islamic world knows the real knowledge of Islam, plenty of them will convert to Islam. Another saying that even they know all these informations, they will not turn to Islam. I say something summarized, but can you open this subject? What do you think? I mean, you understand what I'm talking?
Yeah. I think there's, as far as people not opening up to Islam, there's a lot of things that happen inside of our minds and our souls in which we cannot accept anything new. Most people, they don't like to change. Change is very uncomfortable. What will people say? I've always done it this way. And in Quran it talks about this, right? That we shouldn't just do what our parents did, our grandparents did, our forefathers did. We have to think for ourselves and make sense. But most people feel too afraid to do that. If you raise your children to just do exactly what you say and not think, they will just do that their whole life. But we have to teach our children to question and get good answers so that they are satisfied. And their whole life, they won't just follow everyone. They will lead by knowing what they're doing. Many people, I think, even if they learn about Islam, they don't accept Islam because of this. Because they're afraid to change. And they're afraid, they feel uncomfortable about that big change.
Do you think that sometimes I wonder really? I think we cannot reach Islam, all the un-Islamic people. I think a lot of them they don't know, you know. This is my experience, because maybe after some years Islam come to the people's, how you say in English, diary. I mean, speakings now, it's started to be famous. Unfortunately, because of some not good reasons that happened in somewhere else, this is not good. But Allah gives barakat, you know, barakat, that even because of this wrong behaviors, even because of those reasons, Islam is start to speak, and I think a lot of people, at least they wonder, they check. When they check, they understand, because I met with a lot of converters in the USA. They said that even we were searching Quran, we were looking to look how it teach to make a bomb, you know. You understand what I'm talking? So it's crazy. I disappointed how it's possible. But according to their peoples, because in Europe there's very anti-propagation stereotyping of Islam. So what do you think in this? I mean, as an Islamic world, we reach, we give the good enough knowledge to those society who are not Muslim. I mean, this really I wonder, because sometimes I believe that in some of the European countries, if we give the real knowledge, I think some of them will convert to Islam because they don't know good enough, I think. As an ex-Christian, how you say, ex or former?
Former is good.
Former Christian. What you can talk about that society?
Well, I think in America, Muslims are a very small minority of people. And because of that, we lack organization to spread the news, to spread Islam or the information about Islam to others. And we also struggle with having our voices be heard to all of society and the media. We have groups that do this for us, political groups and activist groups that do this, but because our voice is actually not valued, we're also not asked to do those things. So there is a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of, news is about bad news. There's hardly any news station that reports good news, right? They make money by reporting bad news. So the worse they can make it, the more money they make, right? And right now it's very popular to make Islam a topic of bad news. So we will have to suffer with this, and as Muslims, we should just be the person or be the people that will show everyone that those comments are false. If we start following those things that they're saying are bad about us, then we are those people. We have to just be confident in who we are and not be afraid to let that show with other people. If I'm Muslim, I'm okay with that. And I'll tell you about it if you want to know. And not try to hide because this thing happened or that thing happened. That's those people. And we have to not feel like because I have the same name, I'm a Muslim and you're a Muslim, you say you're a Muslim anyway, just because we have that in common doesn't make me equal to that person who did something bad, you know. So I'm talking like about terrorism here, where there are terrorists and they defame our name, you know, as Muslims, and how do we cope with that, especially being a minority in other countries where we're not understood, and it is a challenge. And for some people in some areas, it's an actual fear, you know. You're afraid of how your kids will be treated in school, or you're afraid of going to the supermarket and just because you look different, everybody's looking at you, just you don't feel you can actually function normally as everyone else. And because of that, people, they start hiding and they start not talking about it, but this is wrong. We should actually realize that this is the way that it's meant to be. It's just that it's not understood. So I've had relatives come and ask me, I don't hear anybody saying your point of view. I said, we're trying. We're trying to tell you. I hope somebody would listen. No.
What do you think? What do you think about Hajj? Have you been in Hajj?
No, I haven't been to Hajj. Or Umrah, I haven't been.
Inshallah, you will go.
Inshallah.
When you read Quran, what do you feel? What's Quran according to you?
To me, Quran is a searching for Allah's voice. So if you're searching for guidance from Allah when you read Quran, you will start hearing this voice in your head saying, yeah, this is important, listen to this, or this is the experience in my life which this makes sense. And you can open it anywhere and just start this sort of conversation or something like that. Yeah.
From English or Arabic?
From English, inshallah. My kids are teaching me. My kids are teaching me. They get private tutoring to learn Arabic, the tajweed, you know. And so I'm just right now just learning how to pronounce alif, bet. Like this, that's it. Yeah.
And what do you feel when you are praying?
When I'm praying, I'm feeling that I'm completing a very natural process. So just like as the sun goes up and sun comes down and the earth is spinning and this is just part of the way of life. So as I 5 times a day, I'm thinking about my day. This is the time, okay, this is how it is outside. I need to pray now, I need to pray now, I need to pray now. It just sort of fulfills natural order. And when I do my prayers, even that is very cyclical, right? Standing up and bending and going up. This is like the ocean, right? And I think it's a way to shut out the whole world as much as you can. We're all distracted, I'm sure, you know, when we pray. But that we keep trying that. And we keep telling Allah, I'm here for you. It's just a few minutes. I'm here just to be with you.
Okay, my question is finished. If you want to include something to audience, you include. Otherwise, I will finish. You have something to say?
I would say that just try your best to always keep improving and never think that you're finished improving.
Can you go detail this?
I think, you know, because elders are so much respected, a lot of times that they feel that they don't need to keep working on themselves. And I think no matter what age you are, and no matter what age I'm going to be, however long Allah allows me to live, I want to keep improving always and doing things for the world and not just sitting there on the sofa and drinking tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Iqbal Hussain. I'm husband of Emmy Hussain. When I moved to United States, I was living in Kansas City, and in 1994, I moved to Los Angeles, and I met my wife through one of my cousins. And when I met her, realized that she is really nice person, and then I like her, and through my cousin and going through and meeting them a few times, then later on we got married in '96, and the reason is I thought that we will have a really good relationship and good marriage life because of her nature and how she's helpful to other people and will be a good person to raise children with. And how the marriage part was. You wanted to know how
Marriage where had happened, Max?
the marriage happened in 1996, and it was a kind of like a long marriage because we did the Christian way because she was still Christian at the time, and then at the end of the day we had Bangladeshi style wedding with the imam, and she did the shahada, and it was very nice, and we had two culture. I mean, Christian style wedding with all the friends and family, and also like Bangladeshi. I wanted to bring my culture here also to introduce to her family and other friends we have here. And yeah, it was a long day, but we got through.
Yeah, and how she converted to Islam?
Actually, I wanted her, but I never pressure anything. I just wanted her to realize that how Islam is and accept from within herself, instead of pushing or forcing or anything. And I think little by little, when she learned about Islam and practice, and she was always wanted to get more knowledge about it, and she read about it and found out about Islam from other people, and at the end she realized, and this is way to life.
After converting to Islam, according to you, what she is doing for Islam?
I think she is doing a lot for Islam, and she's really hardworking, and she's involved in the community, involved with the mosque, and trying to establish a school for small children. So she's working hard at it.
You said that she's working hard, but you didn't go to detail. You expressed a little bit more. Sometimes coming kids, and because only I saw today, very mashallah, very good things.
Which one? Yeah, she is involved in school, and trying to bring new perspective, teaching kids through a little bit of fun, and get their deen stronger, and trying to implement new programs for children, and so they can bring Islam in their life and get their life better.